Hello, this is a short oral presentation, and I will give an analysis and interpretation of the text Down and Out in Paris and London by George Orwell. Introduction. The novel deals with many major subject themes like workplace violence, poverty, and horrible living conditions. George Orwell shows this life in the context of European social and economic class struggles, and more specifically how this life fits into the global international context. Orwell is a pretty famous writer. Down and Out in Paris and London is the first full-length work by the English author George Orwell, published in 1933. Shorty is a man who plays on a wooden box to get money. His friend goes around with a hat so that people can put their money in it. He likes his trade, he likes that people think that he can play good music. Furthermore, the text shows an example where a policeman told Shorty that selling and trading benefits to other people are very illegal, and she is also told that meth selling and street singing are simply legal side crimes, which is shown in this example on page 6, line 47. As the law now stands, if you approach a stranger and ask him for twopence, he can call a policeman and get you 7 days for begging. A characterization of the Scriver, and that is our man Bozo, who introduced the protagonist to a Scriver who had studied art in Paris. He was a real artist, and his lines were copies of old master, which he did very good considering that he was drawing them on a stone. He saw another Scriver doing the same thing that he is doing now. He was very poor at the time, and his wife and kids were starving. He said to himself on page 4, line 26, if he can make money out of that, so can I. So he earns about £1 per week. There are several kinds of beggars. The beggars who is very poor and have to beg to get through the day. They get a few pounds to buy some food and maybe some cloth. Then there is the street artist who tries to make a job out of it. These beggars have some kind of talent they show on public streets to get some extra money as a by job. Street artist is very popular in cities with a lot of tourists. Poor beggars just catch and hope that people feel sorry for them, opposite street artists who attempts to give some value for their money. Furthermore, there's also friendly beggars who are people that are selling matches and so forth. They do not just simply beg because it is demanded by the law of England about begging. They have to pretend selling something instead of begging, but it reminds a lot of begging. On page 6, line 46 to 47, there stands that the reason why they have to pretend to sell matches and so forth instead of begging outright is that is demanded by the observed English laws about begging. Furthermore, beggars are classified as underclass and overclass beggars, in which way they earn their money and how much they need them. Oh, and the difference between beggars and ordinary working men are that they're actually working, and the beggars who doesn't work, they just beg. The reason why beggar doesn't work are simple. They are described as parasites, and that is just in their nature. I believe it is for the simple reason that they fail to earn a decent life. In practice, nobody cares about them and saw them as useless people or parasitic. Um, from the text, which says on page 8, line 77, the sole thing demanded is that it shall be profitable. In all the modern talk about energy, efficiency, social service, and the rest of it, what meaning is there except get money, get it legally, and get a lot of it? Um, Out from the text stands on page 8, line 73, 74. I do not think there's anything about a beggar that sets him in a different class from other people or gives most modern men the right to despise him. I think Orwell's argument is that people should not see the beggars and the working people as different people, and as a conclusion, he supports the beggars and poor people, and he tries to convince that the readers to think differently about the poor people.